I completely underestimated how strong Cali weed is. I also just underestimated how low my tolerance was for weed at this time. So yeah, I took 2 hits, felt that shit immediately, and I immediately felt dizzy. So my first kind of thought was like, all right, let me like eat something with salt in it. Because my doctor told me like if your blood pressure ever gets too low and you feel like you're about to pass out, eat some French fries or something, eat some chips, like something with salt in it to raise your blood pressure. So I like walked into the kitchen because I was feeling really dizzy and I ate some potato chips, right? And it actually helped me. Within like 20 minutes, I felt better. So I thought I was good. I also still had a buzz going. I was still very much, a little stoned. I went back out on the deck with my friends. We were listening to music. I was kind of enjoying my high. I wasn't really dizzy anymore. And I thought that I beat it. I thought that I figured out like the cheat code to smoke weed and not pass out and like not, have problems with it, right? I just had to eat chips or like French fries. Well, about 15, 20 minutes later, I stand up out of the chair I was sitting in on the deck outside. And the way that this house was set up that we were staying in, it had 2 floors. And on the floor we were on was where the pool deck was. It was a big wooden deck with a pool, a hot tub, and a big like chilling area with like furniture, and a little fire pit, and a nice view of the hills. And this house was up high, man. And when you looked down off this deck that we were sitting on, there was a very steep hill. And I went to the edge of the deck to admire the view. Because I thought, I'm a little stoned right now. The view's nice. The lights are pretty. Like, let me walk over to the edge of this deck and, like, admire the view of this, like, beautiful city from this Airbnb that I'm staying at right now. So I walked to the very edge of it, and I put my arms up on the glass because it had, like, a glass, like, pane that surrounded the deck to keep you from falling. And it was about as high as, like, my lower chest. So I was standing up right against it with, like, my arms resting over it and my head over, like, looking at the view. And like while I'm leaning over it, like looking at this view, I start feeling a little bit weird. I start feeling a little bit dizzy. And like, I'm not sure if it's my fear of heights kicking in and I'm just like psyching myself out. I'm not sure if it's the fact that I smoked weed and I was getting, dizzy and like blood pressure was dropping low. So I'm like, freaked out, right? I'm like, oh shit. So I go to take a step back, right? To like, back away from the height of this deck. Cause if I pass out, I don't want to fall over. And the minute I took a step back and like I was actively walking away, I start to feel the dizziness become overwhelming and I knew I was about to pass out. I could feel it coming. I start getting like overwhelmingly dizzy. I'm lightheaded. I'm losing control of my own body, my own balance. I can't like stand in one place and I'm starting to stumble, right? So usually when this would happen, I would just stumble until I fall over and I just like lay flat on my back and kind of, regain the ability to like not be dizzy, right? Or I'd just pass out. Well, this situation was a lot different because I was literally like just a couple steps away from a drop that could kill me.